This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to the Gundam Lorecast, where we take a deep dive into the Mobile Suit Gundam series, such as the multiple timelines, mobile suits, characters, and so much more. Welcome back, pilots, to another episode of the Gundam Lorecast. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon, or also known as Ben of Temeria, and always with me is my good friend, Jesse.
How's it going, everybody?
And today we are bringing you another protagonist mobile suit, which, funny enough, this is a mobile suit I don't know too much about, to be quite honest with you.
I don't even know if I've seen this show. I feel like I have, but I don't remember.
I know the mobile suit. I know of it. I've seen it. I've used it. I've never watched the show.
Don't remember.
But we are going over the Gundam F91. So the F91 Gundam F91, which I don't know why it's on there twice, but that's just how it is a mobile suit introduced in the movie Mobile Suit Gundam F91, in which it was piloted by Seabrook Arno. Harrison Madine piloted 2 mass production type units in custom colors. Because this is specifically a film, which I've never seen.
That I remember, but I don't remember if I've seen.
Takes place 30 years after Char's counterattack. So this is in the UC.
Yes.
Good to know. And the film is a double build with Mobile Suit SD Gundam, the movie, Musha Knight Command SD Gundam Scramble. What in the hell kind of name is that? God, SD Gundam is the weirdest names. So, moving into the... Fair point, yeah. Technology and combat characteristics. So, based on the F90V Gundam, F90V SBR type, the F91 Gundam is a prototype machine created under SNRI's Formula project. Oh, it's based off Formula vehicles. That makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
If you look at the design, it kind of like screams Formula car. The Formula Project, also known as the F Project, is a miniaturized mobile suit development program meant to address technological problems, such as upsizing and increasing costs of mobile suits, and rectify Anaheim Electronics' monopolization of the mobile suit industry. Which, yeah, I mean, let's be honest, Anaheim has straight up had a monopolization on mobile suits.
Yeah.
So the F91 was developed to reach the performance limit tide mark of present-day mobile suit, and as such, its capabilities exceeded that of complementary machines. The SNRI only refer to its model number F91. It was later given the codename Gundam F91 by Space Arc Captain Layli Edaberry, as its face resembles the Gundam's. They needed to make Gundam, but they made a Gundam.
Yeah, pretty much.
How does that happen?
Don't question it. Just accept that it's weird.
So, befitting its smaller size, the F91 is a small reactor located in large backpack surrounded by high output thrusters. Despite its reduced size, the reactor has a high output, allowing the suit to drive multiple beam weapons, including a beam rifle, 2 beam sabers, a beam launcher, a beam shield, and a pair of variable speed beam rifles, also known as VSBRs. While the 2 beam weapons are common among comparing mobile suits, the last 3 are new designs. Okay, fair. The beam launcher is a beam weapon equivalent of the projectile firing bazooka. The beam shield generates a highly defensive energy shield to block beam and projectile attacks. The VSBR is the Gundam F91's most powerful weaponry and capable of firing beams at different speeds to achieve either high destructive power or high penetration power. Other weapons include 2 Vulcan guns and 2 Mega Machine Cannons. Okay. Seen
Yeah,
a
really
lot
nice.
of cool things here. So with its reduced size and increase in output, the Gundam F91 has a drastically improved power to weight ratio, allowing it to retain higher mobility than mobile suits of earlier eras. And mobility is on par with the miniaturized mobile suit deployed later in the Crossbone Vanguard. It also has special features such as the biocomputer MCA, multiple construction armor structure, and the MEPE, which is metal peel off effect phenomenon. The biocomputer is installed in the suit's head and feeds battle data directly to the pilot, but only a new type pilot can draw out its full potential, much like any other
Shocker.
Gundam. Yeah,
Shocker.
shocker.
It's the UC. It has to be piloted by a new type. Those are kind of the rules.
Yeah, pretty much. Accompanying the installment of the biocomputer, a head-mounted coolant and a heat discharging system was also implemented, with the face guard opening to discharge heat under certain circumstances. The MCA structure incorporates electrical functions into the suit's armor, allowing a more efficient use of the F91's limited internal space. The MEPE is a byproduct of the MCA structure. It helps the suits dissipate excess heat by shredding the outer layers of its armor, and in the process creates an afterimage with massive confusion enemy pilots, as well as the sensors of enemy machines. However, the MEPE is only activated under specific conditions. So it
Yeah,
makes its own Trans Am.
well, yeah, and that the face opening to let out heat is the same thing that Crossbone does because Crossbone's the sequel to this.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. So the Gundam F91's high performance is not without drawbacks. Its full operating mode is too much for a normal pilot to handle. Less limiters were installed to make the suit more manageable. Only a new type pilot can handle the full operating mode. When the biocomputer, via biosensor and the pilot's linear seal, determines that a new type is in the control, it will disable the limiters and allow activation of a full operating mode. In this mode, the suit performs at its maximum potential and forced cooling is activated. So it even knows when a freaking new type is in
Yeah,
possession. That's interesting.
it's like it scans them to determine that's who it is.
So
It's kind
this
of cool.
result. Oh, go on.
I was just saying, it's kind of cool.
This results in the suit radiating heat from all over its body. The face guard opens and to vent heat. The shoulder-mounted heat radiation fins are deployed, and the retractable thruster units on the back of the lower legs and associated fins are activated, and the MEPE phenomenon occurs. All these are to reduce the damage of the machine caused by movement overload during the full operating mode and to protect a biocomputer that is sensitive to high heat. It is also noteworthy that the front grille that takes in most of the chassis and abdomen is a heat sink. Okay, that's kind of smart.
Yeah, very.
After the war with the Crossbone Vanguard, a unspecified but extremely small number of Gundam F91s were manufactured. The MCA, MEPE, and full-spec biocomputer were omitted from these production unit types called Mass Production Type F91. Inclusion of these technologies in the prototype unit was more of an experimental purposes. Despite this, the catalog specifications of the Mass Production Type F91 is still comparable to the prototypes. That's insane.
Yeah,
They don't
very.
have all the fancy like biocomputer and stuff like that, but they're still as good as the prototype at
Yeah.
mass production, which is insane. So although the face guard opening mechanism is retained in the mass production type F91, only certain units for ace pilots such as Harrison Madens can access the full operating mode through improvements in the cooling system and various devices. However, these ace used units still do not have the MEPE function due to the enhanced cooling system, as well as the change in the materials used in the final layer of armor. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird thing.
Now to its armaments. And it has a lot. Again. So we have a Vulcan gun, obviously, because what Gundam is good without a Vulcan? The Gundam F91 is equipped with a pair of head-mounted Vulcan guns. The Vulcan guns are mainly for intercepting incoming missiles and rockets, destroying mobile suit sensors, and engaging at light armored vehicles. Much like any other Vulcan, because that's all they're good for. We have the Mega Machine Cannon mounted in the chest. A pair of Mega Machine Cannons are stronger than the Vulcan guns and capable of damaging enemy mobile suits in close combat. Again, pretty standard in most
Yeah,
newer models,
pretty
I would say.
normal.
We have the Beam Saber. So the Beam Saber is standard close range combat for most mobile suits. It emits a blade of plasma contained by an eye field that can be cut through any armor not treated to resist it, powered by a rechargeable energy capacitor. Two Beam Sabers stored in the F91's left side armor. The F91 Beam Sabers have enhanced functionalities, its beam blade generation being alterable to a certain extent, and its improved beam emitter with greatly enhanced durability. When the hand holding the beam saber is rotated 360 degrees rapidly, a makeshift beam buzzsaw is created.
That part's not very standard, but the the beam saber is very standard
Yes.
because duh.
Yeah. Now we have the beam rifle. The beam rifle is a standard range weapon for most mobile suits. It fires a compressed mega particle beam that can penetrate any physical armor not treated to resist it. The balance of the F91's beam rifle is optimized for a 15 meter tall and mobile suit, and its output can be adjusted. It fires normal beams for long range attacks and acts as a beam machine gun for rapid fire. It powered by a replaceable E-Pack and can be stored in the rear waist armor. Now it's a cool weapon, the variable speed beam rifle. So the greatest weapon employed by the Gundam F91, they are a pair of high output large beam rifles mounted on the suit's backpack. The powered directly by its reactor, also known as the VSBRs, and can fire either low speed beams with high destructive power or high speed beams with high penetrating power. Significant to destroy two mobile suits with one shot or pierce a beam shield. The two VSBRs typically slide under the shoulder when deployed and can also be used to attack the enemy at the back while the sword's position. They can also be employed for AMBAC purpose when not in use. The weapon was first experimentally developed for the Gundam F90 VSBR type. That's a lot of letters and a lot of words.
Yeah.
Okay. But pretty cool weapon. Now, I will say the Beam Magnum is better because it doesn't even need to hit a freaking mobile suit and it explodes.
As long as it's close.
Uh-huh.
It's going to kill something.
So we have the Beam Launcher, so an optional handheld weapon for the Gundam F91, a large caliber beam weapon developed as a replacement for the projectile firing bazooka. Fired by a replaceable E-Pack, the Beam launcher can also fire low velocity beams with high destructive power. Can be stored on the rear waist armor when not in use. And then we have the Beam Shield. So if you've heard we've gone over the Destiny, right? I'm pretty sure.
I am
Pretty
72% sure.
72% sure we've gone over the Destiny. Well, if you heard of the Destiny Gundam, if we went over the Destiny Gundam, you know that some Gundams have beam shields, which are
We did go over
super
Crossbone,
nice.
and Crossbone has one.
Oh, there we go. So the F91 Gundam is equipped with a beam shield generator mounted on the left arm and has a spare unit stored in the right side armor. Unlike a eye field generator, which is effective only against beam attacks, the beam shield blocks both beam and projectile weapons. The beam shield generates a plane of energy similar to the blade of a beam saber. This plane is divided into multiple sections, which can turn on or off needed to conserve energy. Individual sections are also automatically deactivated whenever you're in danger, coming into contact with the mobile suit itself. Like beam sabers, the F91 beam shields have an internal condenser and can be powered to the shield even when not connected to the mobile suit. Thus, the spare unit can be used as a throwing weapon, like the VSBR. An experimental version of the beam shield is also equipped on the Gundam F90 VSBR type. So, which is pretty cool. I always like beam shields.
Yeah.
I prefer beam shields when I play GB4, honestly. I prefer them because it's just easier.
Yeah.
It looks
makes
cooler.
sense. It's a lot easier to just kind of hide it
Mm-hmm.
in your build so that you don't have to see it.
Exactly. It's great. Then we have the beam rifle, the Denon Guys. So the F91 equips one that is found floating in the mine of Frontier 1, replacing the F91's original beam rifle that Seabrook discarded when battling with the bugs. It was used in the battle against the Rafflesia together with the beam launcher until it was destroyed in combat. None of that made any sense to me, just to give you a heads up.
It's
Oh, and
like the
bugs are automated bits.
the
Interesting.
Denon guy are essentially like Crossbone Vanguard Zaku.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Interesting. Okay.
That's when the Crossbone Vanguard was evil before Gundam Crossbone show or manga.
Oh, got it. Got it. All right. Well, let's take a quick mid-break. Thank our listeners, and we'll be right back.
Whether you bond over streaming binge-worthy videos, watching sports recaps, video gaming, or by unplugging altogether, the 2026 Lincoln Nautilus Hybrid helps keep you connected throughout your journey. Learn more at Lincoln.com. Available connectivity features and functionality vary by model. Package pricing, trials, and term lengths vary by model. Video streaming and games are only available while parked.
It's a Gundam!
All right, welcome to the Middle Show. To talk about everything with the podcast has nothing to do with the lore of Gundam. Here, we want to thank all of our amazing listeners. Thank you all so much for listening to the show. And if you want to help support the show, you can go to there's a few options you can do. You can go to patreon.com/GundamLoreCast, where you can get ad-free episodes, or even join us once a month on the show itself. You can also go to leave us rating and reviews on Apple and Spotify. Leave a 5-star review on Apple with some words or a nice Spotify comment. We'll read it out loud next time on the show itself, which we don't have any Spotify ones. Let me double check if we have any ones on Apple. We do not. We don't have any on Apple, but that's okay. I mean, if you want to leave nice words or anything on Spotify, let us know. Let us know what Gundams you want to hear us talk about, and we'll put that in the rotation. You can also go to Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net to find us there, as well as my own Discord server, the Ben and Friends Podcasting Discord, where you can find this show and all the other shows that I host, which are Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, the Final Fantasy Lorecast, the Wizarding World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast. And possibly another new one. Just leave it there. If you want to know what show it is, go listen to the next Patreon episode of the Final Fantasy Lorecast, which will be next... Wait, what day would that be? Premiering on the 30th. So...
Sometime next week.
Sometime next week, because I do too many of these. So yeah, just a little tease there for you, everybody. And other than that, do we have any news for Gundam? I don't know if there's really anything newsworthy.
There's nothing super fun. There's some goofy things.
Of course there are, because when is there not?
If you're into Hatsune Miku as well, they did.
Are they doing the new? They're re-releasing it, isn't it? Re-release.
They're re-releasing the real grade RX-78
in Zaku too,
version.
right?
That one, not yet.
Oh, just the
they did a
RX-78.
lottery for the real grade of the Gundam.
Gotcha.
There's also they re-rolled out the special rubber mascot keychains where it's Miku with different like Gundam things on, like ones where she's got the endless waltz wings.
Oh dear God. Let me see. Premium
There's
Bandai.
one where she's wearing a Zaku
Hey,
costume.
the Hatsumiku color is up on Premium Bandai
There
for
you go.
pre-order. Not gonna lie, this color scheme is pretty nice. Not gonna lie.
I do like the color scheme. It's pretty cool.
It's her signature blue and black with some gray. It's actually a really cool color.
And then they used for like the accents on it. They have like a red on the shield for the like the star, which I love.
In 01 for her, like she's like the first Vocaloid, kind of a thing. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool.
I like it. I do like the little keychains. The one where she's wearing like a Zaku onesie is kind of hilarious to me.
Oh no. There's something here on Premium Bandai you want.
Is the tall geese there yet? Not
Real
yet.
grade uh Crossbone Gundam X2.
Yeah, I do want that, but the real grade one is a disastrous build.
Fair.
The master grade one was a disastrous build.
Ooh, they have Moonlight Butterfly version of the Turn A.
Okay, that I really want.
Gundam X03. The Gundam X. Oh no. Oh, it's master grade. God damn it. I prefer high grades. That's just me. I just like high grades more than master grades.
I like high because I can build them fast and then store them a
and
little
the
bit easier than some of the bigger
Hatsumiku
ones.
Zaku 2 is also up for pre-order on Premium Bandai.
Nice.
So that color of that is also
It was up
there.
for lottery on the Japan site, was what it was. So.
Yeah. And there's some Gundam Wing accessory stuff that's up for pre-order from the Strict G series, which Strict G has really cool accessories and like shirts and coats. I mean, you can get a freaking Tekiden jacket. I mean,
it's awesome.
How freaking cool is that? Oh, they even have Tekiden shirts now, like long sleeve shirts.
They have the pre-order of the Sandrock high grade from Endless Waltz, where it's got the like cloak.
Oh, that's cool. And they have some really cool gear right now.
There are some good
Premium
ones on
Bandai.
there. Yeah.
Man,
Not great. Never great for me when these things happen.
no, and the G Strict is always so freaking expensive.
They are. They had a really cool hero bomber jacket at one point.
I can tell you why. It's because it's imported, but it still sucks.
Yeah.
I know why they're
There's a line
expensive.
on import price. There's a line on that.
I know. Well, import prices are higher right now.
Yes, it's
But
even worse now.
anyway, anything else news-wise?
I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it right now.
Well, let's get back into more of the F91. All right, now getting into its special equipment and features. So obviously, as we talked about, we have the biocomputer. So this is a new type of man-machine interface. The biocomputer is a next-generation device developed from the Psychokamu system, but places less strain on its human operator. It is originally intended to help the disabled, but its development and ultimately funded by the Earth Federation forces, who hopes to employ it as a mobile suit control system and install it in the Gundam F91 for experimental purposes. As its name implies, the biocomputer is similar to the structure of a human brain, and its operating process resembles human thoughts and feelings. Rather than merely displaying data collected by the mobile suit sensors on a computer monitor, the biocomputer can relate directly to the pilot in the form of sensory information, so what the machine feels can also be experienced by the human operator. Dear God, that's good and terrible at the same time. Do you feel the pain?
I mean, it kind of reminds me of. Isn't that similar to how it is in G?
Kinda, yeah. Well, it's like in G you're wearing a biosuit.
Yeah.
So, like the original Psychokamu system, the biocomputer also allows the pilot to control the mobile suit using thoughts alone. However, the full latent potential of this system can only be tapped by a new type pilot. Production version of the Gundam F91, also known as mass production type F91, uses a biocomputer with a reduced specifications. Okay. Then we have the biosensor. Located in the pilot's linear seat, the biosensor can pick up thoughts and emotions of the pilot. This improves the suit's responsiveness and reaction speed. Furthermore, it's via the biosensor that the biocomputer is able to determine whether a new type is piloted in the F91. thereby allow the access to the full operating mode, unleashing the suit's full potential. Unclear whether the biosensor is present in the mass production type F91. Then we have psycho frames, because that's always great. The F91 is fitted with psycho frame around its cockpit, which serves as the main amplifier of its psycho combo system. There is a sub-amplifier built into the back of the pilot seat. I mean, freaking unicorn is literally just completely filled. The entire skeleton is psycho frames. It's ridiculous. I mean, depending on the pilot, can be great. Other times, not so much.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So heat radiation fins. So a set of the 3 heat radiation fins are stored inside each soldier armor. They extend outward when the mobile suit is in full operating mode, and the top and bottom surfaces are molds that improve the heat radiation capabilities. The fins can also be used as stabilizers within atmosphere. Oh, that's nice. Multiple construction armor. So multiple construction armor, MCA, is a multifunctional structure material in which the functions of electronic equipment, such as the circuitry and cooling systems, are incorporated into the mobile suit armor layers, making more efficient use of the highly compact mobile suit limited internal space. The technology for embedding electrical functions into the structural material is first established in UC 0090s in development of the psycho frame. The MCA is application of this technology. After further development, it uses special structured materials alongside the heterogeneous crystallization coupling technology that uses I fields. The feature is removed in the mass production type F91. Then we have the metal peel-off effect. So the special feature that the Gundam F91 is a byproduct of the MCA. In addition to its radiators and cooling ducts, the F91 can also dissipate excess heat by shedding the outer layers of its armor. The process creates after images of a mobile suit made up of metallic particles, which can deceive not only eyes of the enemy pilots, but also radars and other sensors. This MEPE, or metal peel-off effect, features is activated when the suit is in full operating mode, and only present in the prototype version of the Gundam F91. And then it has a learning computer. So the control computer of the mobile suit is installed on the Gundam F91 until the biocomputer was completed. So much similar to the RX-78. The RX-78 had a learning computer, hence why it got stronger after each battle.
Right.
So, and also had to be constantly upgraded because the mobile suit was learning and gaining so much experience that its joints were getting destroyed. So they had to reinforce all the joints. So getting into its history, so the F91 was a prototype mobile suit developed by a Strategic Naval Research Institute as part of the Formula Project. Various revolutionary technologies have been adapted in making it a machine where it has reached a tide mark for mobile suits of the period. In UC 0116, an incomplete F91 was in the hangar at the SNR headquarters when a Xeon remnant group launched an attack, but it survived. The F91 was later completed in that same year, and the operational test took place during UC 0121 to UC 0122. In UC 0122, the F91 was piloted by Berg Sokolet and fought against the Oldsmobile Army. Since the biocomputer was yet to be completed, the F91 was equipped with a normal learning computer, with Berg piloting data from the F90 Gundam Unit 1. Even so, the F91 demonstrated high performance and easily defeated the mobile suit of the old Mobile Army. Well, that's cool, I guess. It was later brought to space colonies at the frontier side, but was abandoned due to the Crossbone Vanguard's attack in UC 0123 during the Cosmo Babylonia Foundation War. After being recovered and refurbished on board the training ship Space Ark, the biocomputer was adjusted and the suit was put into combat again against the Crossbone Vanguard. It was piloted by Seabrook Arno, son of the biocomputer's designer. And shocker, probably a new type.
Yeah, of course. Always.
Seabrook showed the power of the F91 during the first sortie against a scouting party of the Crossbow Vanguard in the Frontier 1 colony, destroying 3 enemy machines. Seabrook then took the F91 on a mission to infiltrate the Crossbow Vanguard, controlled Frontier 4 colony to search for his friend, Celicity?
Cecily is what I would say.
Cecily Fairchild. Later, Seabrook's Gundam F91 teamed up with the Cecily's XM07 Vigna Gilina? How the heck? I'm trying to remember. Oh, that one's weird.
Vignagina. Yeah.
To take on the bug automated weapons that the Iron Mask released into space colony and engage the Iron Mask XMA-01 Rafflesia. Gosh. And destroying it. In UC-0133, the number of Gundam F91 mass production types, also known as mass production type F91, were deployed against the Crossbow Vanguard space pirates after being tricked by the Jupiter Empire pilot Zabin Karex. Despite their high performance, most of the mass production type F91s were disabled by Kincaid News XMX1 Crossbone Gundam X1 Kai due to their pilot's lack of experience. However, the customized mass production type F91 piloted by Harrison Madine was an equal match for Kincaid's Crossbone Gundam X1 Kai, and the two mobile suits engaged in a fierce fight.
I think it's Zabine Chiro. That is what I would guess.
Sure.
It looks French.
It does. It does look French, and that's what caught me off guard. So, despite being a 10-year-old mobile suit, the mass production type F91 VSBRs were still a threat, piercing through 2 of the Crossbow Gundam's X1 Kai's beam shields before being stopped by the beam Zanber. Which isn't that the saber?
Yeah, it's like a cutlass beam.
Eventually, Harrison's mass production type F91 was disabled by Kincaid, but the space pirate spared him. Sometime later, Harrison received the second mass production type F91. And then UC-0175 or 135, a mobile suit team led by Harrison's mass production type F91 was deployed to rescue a transport ship called the Sedine 107, which was held captive by Jupiter Empire remnants after the Jupiter Sphere. This soon became the three-way battle due to the sudden appearance of the Crossbone Vanguard space pirates, led by XM-X1 Crossbone Gundam X1 Kai Skullheart. God, these names. Who were there to retrieve a special cargo from Earth. Despite Harrison's best efforts, the space pirates managed to escape. And then in UC-0136, Harrison passed his second mass production F91 to Tobia Aronnax group when the latter visited Earth together to prevent Jupiter Empire's Operation Zeus Thunder. Harrison's mass production type F91 was then upgraded to match the specifications of the prototype Gundam F91 and became known as F91 Gundam F91. Jupiter Battle Specification. What's with these names? Make them eat bad. God, well, come on, guys.
Okay, part of it is because they fight around Jupiter, literally.
Yeah. So this Gundam F91 was piloted by Michelle Derek Nar and participated in Operation Steel 7 to stop the Jupiter Empire's attack. During the battle, Michelle, is that, am I saying that right? Michelle? Or Mitchell?
I think it's Mitchell.
Michelle.
About the most normal name you're going to get here.
Right. Activated his F91 Jupiter battle specifications full operating mode to save the F90I Gundam F90 intercept type Jupiter battle specification from the Dictus. Mitchell successfully damaged the Dictus, but then later caught off guard and killed when the Dictus dealt a critical blow to the Gundam F91 Jupiter battle specification. And there you go. That's the history of the F91.
Yes. The beginning of the F91 is when the Crossbone Vanguard are the straight up bad guys. And the end of the F91 is when they're pirates, because they got recreated later with the same name.
And now we have the variants. So we have the F91 Gundam F91 Virtual Unit 1 and 2. So this is a pair of prototype mobile suits used in operating tests. They appear in the manga Mobile Suit Gundam F91 prequel. Both Unit 1 and Unit 2 are identical in appearance, and the F91 Gundam F91 but differ in color schemes. Additionally, instead of beam rifles, they are armed with beam machine guns. The power of the beam machine gun is inferior to the standard beam rifle, but the higher rate of fire. Its energy level can be adjusted to fire single shots. The weapon also has an underslug grenade launcher, which holds 5 rounds. So, then we have the F91 Gundam F91 Twin VSBR type, the HWF91 Gundam F91 Heavy Weapons type, the Gundam F91RR, and the F91 Gundam F91 Harrison Medane Custom. Which was the Medane Custom was introduced in Mobile Suit Gundam, Mobile Suit Crossbone Gundam. This is a customized version of the mass production type F91 and piloted by Harrison Medane. Is able to match the XM-X1 Crossbone Gundam X1 Kai, as well as the Jupiter Empire's mobile suits in combat. Harrison operated 2 customized mass production type F91. His first unit, painted with the blue and yellow trims, was damaged beyond repair during the battle with the Crossbone Gundam X1 Kai. Then he received a second unit after that, and the machine was later repainted to have the white color parts of its limbs. Yeah, sure. And the F91 Twin VSBR type is literally just has 2 more the variable speed beam rifles. The heavy weapon type is literally just heavier weapons.
Literally.
And the RR version is completely different. This is in Gundam Tri-Age. It has a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
It's a variable speed beam rifle saber, which is pretty cool.
Which is a Tri-Age was a card-based RTS arcade game.
Yeah, which is really funny, is because the Tri-Age is referenced in Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise, because one of the characters from the original series comes back and he uses one of the Age Gundams, I think. I can't remember which one. But then he uses the Tri-Age system, and where he draws a card, puts it in, and like he uses the power of whatever Age Gundam brings up. In the one, like I think in the show, he used it was Gundam Age 1 Heavy Arms or whatever, the Titus, Titus, to where he gets stronger. All I
so hear crazy when you say that he draws cards to use it is heart of the cards.
Pretty much. And the last variant is the F91 Gundam F91 Jupiter Battle Specification. So during the events of the Mobile Suit Crossbone Gundam Steel 7, Harrison passed his second mass production type F91 to Tobiah and his friends when they met on Earth. The Gundam F91 was then modified into the Gundam F91 Jupiter Battle Specifications for the Operation Steel 7, so it destroyed the Jupiter Empire's colony laser Shinvatsu. Okay. This unit, piloted by Mitchell Derek Nar, had an M marking on its chest. Various features omitted from the mass production type F91 were restored, such as the MEPE. As a result, its capabilities are much closer to the prototype Gundam F91 piloted by Seabrook. And then last but not least, notes and trivia. In the 4th Sergeant Frog film, Natsuri Hinata's 723 Power Suit new version is based on the Gundam F91 MS Girl. What the hell is this? It's some random.
It's a kind of art that essentially makes them
What is
the.
MS Girl? What
It's
the
like a
hell?
girl wearing the Gundam as armor, essentially.
What the? Okay. I mean, that's not uncommon nowadays. But
Yeah,
oh my
but
god, what the
that's pretty much
hell?
what it is.
All right, moving on. Seabrook's Gundam F91 is featured in the Gundam Bees series initially as the cost of 2,000, but later upgraded to 2,500 to match Kincaid's XM-X1 Crossbone Gundam X1. Harrison's Gundam F91 also appears as an arcade-exclusive enemy. When activated the MEPE, the unit will cut projectile tracking, gain movement speed, and enhance attacks. Seabrook can also summon Cicely Fairchild's XM07 Vigna Guinea for assistance. And this is Gundam Versus, by the way.
Yeah.
Not Gundam Bees, Gundam Versus. And then in the manga, Harrison's Gundam F91 was never seen with his own emblem marking. Because he probably knew it was never going to last long.
Yeah, that's fair.
The livery of Gundam F91 Harrison Medine Custom is possibly inspired by real-life U.S. Navy Blue Angel Squadron. The Blue Angel Squadron is also having the most skilled and experienced pilots in the Navy. Harrison Medine is one of these skilled pilots in the Earth Federation Special Forces. So there you go. That is the Gundam F91. Based on Formula Racing.
As someone who likes F1, it is a cool vibe and idea for a build.
Right? But, yeah, that's all we got. Any final thoughts on the F91?
Nope, not this week.
Fair enough. That's fair. It's been a long week for both of us, so... with that being said, everybody, thank you again for listening to the Gundam Lorecast, and remember, pilots, stay safe out there. Thank you for listening to the Gundam Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, the Ben and Friends podcasting Discord, where you can share how you got into the Gundam series, and you can even find us on Twitter at Gundam Lorecast, and even email us at gundamlorecast@outlook.com.